Welcome again, everybody, to another edition of Friday Football Fever, another playoff edition as well, presented by Inman Marine. I'm Don Brennan, and we're into the regional semifinals tonight. SNN traveled across the state with Riverview as they took on Vero Beach in Class 8A in the semifinals. Ironically, Vero Beach plays in the Citrus Bowl, their own, and that's where the Rams want to end up, in the Citrus Bowl in the state finals, trying to snap the Indians' 34-game home or 43-game home winning streak, and Nick Celandonio tries to make it a 44-game winning streak with a touchdown for Vero Beach, 7-0. The Rams, Ali Boyce, takes it to the house untouched, and it's 7-7 Rams. Now here's where the fun starts. On the kickoff, a little handoff, a little razzle-dazzle, but what happens? Riverview ends up with the ball. It's a turnover. Yes, they did a little razzle-dazzle, but the Rams end up with the ball. It's a turnover chain. Yes, it's all about the U, baby. You got their own turnover chain. It's catching all over the country. The Canes turnover chain is now the Rams turnover chain. And then Cleve Brantley, he got the chain. That's right, Arthur Brantley keeps it and scores 14-7 Riverview. And here come the Rams. Brantley Cedro jumps the interception, and he'll run up the sidelines. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Everybody's in the way, but it's a pick six for Brantley. Man, when I was a substitute teacher, I saw all these college coaches come to see these guys. Brantley was one of them. Definitely Jamar, everybody. Now, Vero Beach could be another turnover. Yes, it is. Another Riverview pickup, getting the turnover, and Ali Boyce to get in the end zone for the second time. It's 28-7 Rams late in the half, and they are rolling. Coach Josh Smithers and Todd Johnson liking what they're seeing. Vero Beach going to get the ball back again after these two, you know, the cohorts, little assistant head coach, like a bench coach in baseball. You know, Todd Johnson there to help him out, make decisions. Look at that. Chuck Brantley, yes, the other star in the family, snags another turnover. 3 straight, and the chain is going around tonight. Nobody gets to wear it long. The crowd is fired up. Everybody who traveled over there, they traveled well. It was 28-7 at halftime, and Dorian Hall lining up to hit a field goal to extend the lead to 10. A little over 3 minutes to go, but it's blocked, and Akeem Dixon, their 4,000-yard running back, scoops it up and takes it all the way to the house, and the Indians scored 21 unanswered points, but don't count out the Rams. Ali again, Boyce, banging into the end zone. Scores with 17 seconds left, and the Riverview Rams snap a Vero Beach 43-game home winning streak, 35-28, and the Rams advance in the 2016 playoffs when they play Dr. Phillips at the Ram Bowl. Yes, Dr. Phillips upset Osceola. Riverview hangs on and advances. Here's Riverview head coach Josh Smithers.
Everything was going on. Well, you know, you don't want to unravel. We were still up. You know, I mean, at one point it was 28-14. I screwed up. We should have kicked the ball on the 1-yard line and made it a 3-possession score. But, you know, I believe in our guys, and everybody wanted to go for it, so we did it. So once they started to come back, they still had to come back and beat us, you know, and so we just kept telling them, they got to beat us. We're still up, so we didn't want to unravel, stick to the game plan. We wanted to pound the rock.
All right, congratulations, Coach. And he even had a turnover chain. Lyndon Blake and Ben Bobick are over there, and here's what they had to say after the game.
Well, Don, it was a thriller here on the East Coast. It's pretty much the only way to describe it, or I guess I could describe it as a turnover chain, because that chain was dancing tonight.
It was dancing a lot in the first half, though. The Rams went a little bit silent there in the second, but they got the late touchdown by Ali Boyce, who was the star tonight. I've been waiting for his coming out party officially. Well, he did it on probably this grandest stage. Does it, 3 touchdowns, gets the game winner with 17 seconds to go. That gets special.
It was special, and coming after that blocked field goal, the Vero Beach ran back for a touchdown. You would think the Rams were down and out, even though the game was tied, but they said no, sir, they weren't going to let this one go away. So let's see what all these boys have to say about his big night.
Yeah, I was not stopping until we get the win, until we score a touchdown. So I just want to give that to my old line for blocking for me. I put them on my back, and I just want to thank them for it. I love them for it.
All right, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Bendon. We'll be right back with more highlights from other wild games tonight coming up. Welcome back to Friday Football Fever here on SNN, brought to you by Inman Marine. Our next team in the playoffs, Palmetto. They had to travel to Tampa to take on Tampa Bay Tech, and it's a Class 7A matchup. Palmetto, as I said, the Tigers playing the Titans, a battle of the Titans and Tigers. And this game was all about the Titans. Quarterback Michael Penix Jr. flips it to Trayshawn Ward. who cuts to the outside and goes the distance. That put Tampa Bay Tech up 7-0 on their first possession. They get the ball back, and they snap the ball so fast it couldn't be kept up with. Even the cameraman got loose. Xavier Freeman gets stopped just short of the goal line, but Penix comes to the rescue. He takes it in himself. Look at that. Oh, he couldn't find anybody, so he had to do it himself, and it was 14-0 Titans. Yes, the Tigers defense, which has been unbelievable all year, forced him to do that, but then he scored anyway. The Tigers get on the board. This completion, LeJonte Wester sets up a field goal try. And an attempt that they made it 14-3. More bad news, though, for the Tigers as Tampa Bay Tech recovers the ball after Palmetto fumbles it off the punt. Malik Young drags the defender with him on his way into the end zone here, and a 21-3 Titans, and they end up advancing. Tampa Bay Tech does 42-26. Palmetto's season, as great as it was, is now over. Not to be outdone, the St. Stephen Falcons will play for a state championship tomorrow night, so they have the spotlight to themselves. I saw a lot of the guys tonight at the Venice game, and they're all jacked up. Falcons will play in Oviedo against Windermere Prep at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. They have gone 10-0 this season, the Falcons have, on the heels of winning the state title last season over St. Edwards of Vero Beach. Now, this Falcon team was built for this. They've scored 480 points in 10 games. Yes, you figured out the math, that's 48 a game, and they have only allowed 62. That would be 6.2 points per game allowed for those of you scoring at home. Head coach, I talked to both the quarterback and the head coach, and they are pretty excited.
It's something we've been looking forward to the entire year. We were hopeful that if we played well and we're solid as a team, we can get to this point. And so to be here now, it's really satisfying. It's very exciting, and yet at the same time, it draws your focus that much closer.
I think that helps a lot. We understand the feeling. We know what it means to be there. So everybody understands what needs to get done. Because we won it before, so everybody knows what it takes to win it again.
All right, good luck to them. As I said, they will play for the state championship tomorrow night at 7. Good luck to those Falcons. When Friday Football Fever continues, Braden River at Venice. It was a mammoth match. It was epic. It was everything everybody thought it would be, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Friday Football Fever here on SNN. Now, this next game had two counties chomping at the bit. Venice hosting Braden River. The two teams split 4 games the previous 2 years, one each in regular season and the playoffs, and then Venice won the regular season matchup this year. So Braden River was looking to even up the score. Kurt Bradley of Braden River had a plan. John Peacock had a video meeting to thwart that plan. First drive of the game, Brian Gagg of Braden River hits Deshaun Fenwick for a first down. Deshaun did a lot of work on this first drive, and then Gagg follows up with a 29-yard strike to Davion Wortham for a 7-0 Pirates lead right off the bat. But the Indians, they too have an offense, and it works. And it came right back as Bryce Carpenter keeps it himself, as he so often does, and goes 50 yards down the sidelines for the touchdown. The point after was blocked, as 2 of them were tonight by Braden River, so it was 7-6 Pirates. Then Carpenter going to hit his favorite target, Javon Hiley, again. This time for 50 yards. The flag was pass interference, so the touchdown counts. And it was 12-7 because the 2-point conversion failed after they got the other point blocked. Gagg then gets the Pirates in the scoring position, and a pass interference call gets them even closer. But they settle for a field goal, and it's 12-10. Indians still leading. Yes, I'm sorry, I thought the Pirates were leading. But the ensuing kickoff is an onside kick, and Jameer Hayes recovers it, and the ball is going back to the Pirates, and it's going the other way. That sets up Gagg deep to Cravon Kuntz, and he goes in easily, and it's 17-12 Pirates. They would get the lead to 24-12 when Carpenter again races right up the middle for a touchdown, and it's 24-18. Gagg gonna go to the well again. He was airing it out all night. He's got a bunch of talent on that team, and he airs it out, but Noah Carr wrestles the ball away and intercepts it. as they were threatening, the Pirates were. So Noah Carr's had some big interceptions this year. I've seen a couple of them, and a blocked punt as well. That sets up Carpenter to Hiley for a quick strike, but Hiley busts it out. Turns it into an 80-yard go-ahead touchdown. Venice advances with a 41-32 wild win over Braden River. Pete Dombrowski actually talked to me afterwards and talked to John Peacock, but the sound wasn't good, but thanks to them for doing so. Venice, the volleyball team, is state finals bound, but not without a special send-off this morning. Big day at Venice, obviously, and night. They started out the high school, and the students lined in the courtyards waving goodbye to their volleyball team. Then after a quick breakfast, the Indians were off to Venice Elementary for a special goodbye from their littlest fans. Parents, friends, and former teachers couldn't be more proud of their state-bound Indians. Head coach Brian Wheatley says it is a tradition that has gone on for so many years, and it's great that it happens.
You know, we've had a great week of practices, and I think we're very well prepared. And now it's just a matter of going and putting our best foot forward and letting the chips fall where they are.
All right, Venice plays Tallahassee Leon in the 8A girls volleyball title match tomorrow at 4 in Jacksonville. Best of luck to the Indians. They're playing for their 5th state title. Now, their football-playing brethren will play Tampa Bay Tech next week at Venice High School, and Riverview will host Dr. Phillips, because Dr. Phillips was a 4 seed. They upset Osceola, who was the 1 seed out of Kissimmee. So now that game will be at the Ram Bowl. So that wraps up this edition of Friday Football Fever. Thank you for joining us on SNN. Thank you to Ingham Marine, our wonderful sponsor, and also to Joey D's Chicago-style eatery, because they feed our staff. They have all year, and they do such a great job. We appreciate it. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we look forward to seeing you next week in the regional finals.